Getting equal justice under the law for people who require legal aid is a huge challenge right now because the need is intense. Trapped inside with their abusers during the pandemic, many victims of domestic violence could not safely seek protection from abuse orders, and because of that, demand is now on the rise. Income losses due to COVID has caused insurmountable debt for many people. Countless families face hunger and housing insecurity.
I think what most people don't understand is that for low-income people, the legal system is incredibly difficult to navigate and understand. It takes time, it takes resources, it takes knowledge of how to navigate the court system, and most people don't have that. And so they give up before they even get in the courthouse door.
People who don't have the resources, don't have the insight, they don't pursue legal action or they don't pursue justice because they don't know how and they don't have the means. And so, I mean, I know even for myself, there was a good chance that I would have just decided not to fight the appeal in my case if I hadn't had professional help, if I hadn't had somebody in my corner who knew what they were doing, a proper lawyer who could handle the situation appropriately. So it's necessary, for people like me, for people who have no clue how to approach it. So I think the service is invaluable. I'm glad that it exists. I wish that there were more services like it, honestly.
For over a half century, Neighborhood Legal Services has been a vital safety net for families living in poverty who cannot afford to hire a lawyer. 100% of donations generated by the Equal Justice Campaign are used by NLS to provide critical legal services such as obtaining protection from abuse orders for victims of domestic violence, securing and retaining Social Security benefits, disability benefits, and unemployment compensation for veterans and low-income individuals, representing families facing homelessness through eviction and termination of essential utilities, and helping seniors by preparing living wills and by providing healthcare planning and alternatives to guardianship.
One of the biggest problems to access to justice is disparity of resources. I currently have a case in which a plaintiff has filed on 3 separate occasions. There's been 7 hearings in total, and the plaintiff has failed to show up to 6 of those. On 6 of those occurrences, the hearings have been continued, but oftentimes defendants are not granted those same opportunities, or oftentimes have to find ways to get off work, to get transportation, and without having an attorney there, might not be able to ask for continuances or might not be able to articulate the reason that those cases should be dismissed. I think this is a prime example of how one party can have nearly unlimited resources and time and folks at their will to go to these hearings, whereas our clients have to make a huge sacrifice to get to every single one of them, and without access to justice, without a representative there for them, would result in negative legal outcomes.
I believe that helping the women at the family court, it helped provide them safety, it helped them to be reassured that they can go home again, and that their children would be safe, and that sometimes even the children were abused, and to know that they were going to get a protection order to make life livable again. That meant a lot to me, as I know it meant a lot to the client.
So when I see a client, I try to put myself in a position by saying, I'm here, I'm gonna listen, and based on our conversation, I'm gonna see what I can do and what the legal system can do to resolve your legal issue.
If you would like to help support our work and help our clients achieve justice, you can give today to www.nlsa.us.
As a result of your contributions, NLS is able to provide free legal assistance and transform the lives of those in dire need in the communities where we live and work.